In late July 2010, Pakistan was being constantly barraged by persistent monsoons of a very high caliber. Due to this, flash floods from rain and the river devastated the populace. The devastating floods stemmed from an unusually heavy monsoon season. Monsoons are normal in this area due to the level of moisture and hot air in India and Pakistan region. The intensity of the monsoon, however, can be because of the rising heat of the earth, which intensified the levels of precipitation and wind. Also, the Himalayas acts as a barrier which holds hot air and moisture inside, thus allowing the monsoon to feed off the trapped heat in Pakistan. In addition, the Himalayas contains very fragile and soft rock structures, thus it erodes very quickly. From the heavy rain, eroded material like rocks, sand, and silt were easily transported down into the Indus River, which would raise the level of the riverbed and increase the speed of the river, as well as increase the risk of flooding. The forestry near the Indus River provides great protection for flooding. Because of the abundance of vegetation beside the river, a lot of interception occurs, which lessens the chance of flooding. However, the Taliban has an illegal logging industry which clears out large areas of forestry without replanting. This allows the soil to become baked in the sun, which also increases the risk of flooding. During the monsoon, due to the lack of trees, there was limited interception, so most of the water would run off into the Indus, making it overflow very quickly. There were an outbreak of many diseases, primarily skin and stomach diseases, like gastroenteritis, diarrhea, and dermatitis, due to the lack of clean drinking water. Because of their lack of flood planning and protection, the flood was able to wash away 69,000 square kilometers of Pakistan's most fertile cropland, as well as killed around 200,000 livestock. Donations from other countries helped revive the crops and farmlands. However, a lot of money was placed into bringing back the agriculture, which heavily affected Pakistan's economy. In addition, the floods also devastated over 4,000 kilometers of highway and railway, which rendered external and internal transportation through the use of roads obsolete. Over 7,000 schools and public buildings were damaged. Ultimately, the damage of the roads costed up to $131 million, and building damage ended up costing about $1 billion US. About 5.3 million jobs were lost. This strained the economy greatly. Pakistan responded by saving the people who were most affected by the floods. Most of the other money and donations were spent for reviving the croplands and repairing the building. Although all of this was necessary, not a lot of effort was placed into preparing for the next flood. By blocking the tributaries from the Himalayas, there is less water that is going into the river, therefore there is less strain on the river. By doing this, we also stop the silt and debris from the tributaries from entering the Indus River, preventing overflow. This, however, would give less water to the farmers who depend on the tributaries for resources like fertile land and water. Another solution is to increase wages for law and police forces in order to lessen corruption. Without corruption, it would be easier to eradicate the Taliban and their illegal logging industry. This, however, would cost a lot of money. A lot of the Pakistani citizens were without jobs. Therefore, another solution is to pay the Pakistani people minimum wage to help rebuild and repair the buildings and infrastructure. Little by little, the Pakistani community will be able to get back up on its feet. However, this does not happen overnight. This is a very long process. By using a combination of walls, dredging, and river straightening, we can help prevent the river from flooding as well. By dredging the river, they can decrease the speed of the water. Then, by using the silt from the dredging, you can straighten the meanders of the Indus River towards the delta. By doing this, you allow faster drainage from the river, therefore elongating the process for flooding. This, however, costs a lot of time, work, and money.